Welcome to King County Elections 2022 Candidate Filing Guide. Each year, King County Elections puts out an updated candidate manual. This manual is meant to be a one-stop shop for candidates to find answers to their elections-related questions. That said, our staff is always happy to answer questions, discuss specific situations, or provide more detailed information. We will begin with the elections calendar. The first chapter of the manual covers the election calendar for the year, including the dates of the elections and important deadlines. The elections are color-coded with primary election dates in red. The primary election is August 2nd with key voter registration deadlines happening in July. General election dates are in blue. The general election is November 8th with key voter registration deadlines happening in October. Next, we will discuss candidate filing. The offices subject to election is a list of all the offices up for election this year. In addition to the offices, the list also includes the current office holder, the filing fee amount, where to file your declaration of candidacy, and voters' pamphlet word limits. This document is available on the Running for Office page on our King County Elections website. To become a candidate, you must complete and file a declaration of candidacy, pay the filing fee, if any, at the time of filing, possess the qualifications specified by law required for the office, and be registered to vote in the district represented by the office. Candidate filing occurs the week of May 16th to May 20th. The online portal will open starting at 9 a.m. on Monday the 16th, and it will be available 24 hours a day, closing at 4 p.m. on Friday the 20th. Candidates may also file in person. Our office hours are from 8:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. Additionally, candidates may mail in their declaration, which is accepted starting May 2nd. Filings are processed starting May 16th. Filing online is strongly suggested, and we recommend getting started earlier in the week rather than waiting until Friday to start. Filing fees or the filing fee petition must accompany the declaration of candidacy at the time of filing. Filing fees are non-refundable. The offices subject to election lists the filing fee for each office, if any. Candidates that are unable to pay the filing fee may submit a filing fee petition in lieu of payment. The signatures collected must be from registered voters in the district for which you are filing. Each signature is equal to $1. We always recommend getting 25 to 30% more signatures than needed, as people move and their voter registration information might be out of date. Filing fees must be paid either with money or petition. You cannot combine them. Before filing, you'll want to verify that your voter information is up to date through our My Voter Information portal. Make sure that your first and last name, date of birth, and addresses are correct. Take note of exactly how your first and last name appears on your voter registration, as this will be needed later to log in to the candidate portal. Here is an overview of what can be done before filing. First, verify the office and position that you're planning to file for is up for election this year. You can do so by checking the offices subject to election. Second, make sure you meet the qualifications required for that office. This information can be found on pages 13 and 14 of the candidate manual. Third, decide how you want your name to appear on the ballot, as this question will be asked later in the candidate portal. And fourth, have your campaign contact information ready on hand. You'll want to have your name, address, email, phone number, and website. This campaign contact information will appear on our website. There are a couple of guidelines to keep in mind for ballot name. You can use a nickname as your first name. So for example, if your legal name is William Smith, but you usually go by Bill, your ballot name can be Bill Smith. However, your last name must match what's in your voter registration. Also, please do not use a nickname that denotes past or present occupation or military rank. Do not use a nickname that denotes your position on any political issues or political affiliation. The nickname also cannot contain symbols, and it cannot intentionally mislead voters. The withdrawal of candidacy form is available on our King County Elections website. The absolute deadline to withdraw is May 23rd, no later than 4:30 p.m. If you're planning to withdraw and refile, please remember that the filing period ends May 20th. This is a form that requires a signature, so the best way to submit it to us is by printing it out, signing it, scanning it, and emailing it back to us. A candidate's name can only appear once on a ballot. Therefore, you may only file for one office. However, this does not prevent someone from holding more than one office, such as being a fire commissioner and a school board member at the same time. The candidate would have had to file for these offices in different years. Again, if the offices are up for election in the same year, the candidate will have to pick one. Double filings are not permitted. Precinct committee officers are the exception to this rule. In order to file for office, all candidates must be a registered voter. Some offices have additional requirements. A chart of these requirements is available on pages 13 and 14 of the candidate manual. Please contact the jurisdiction for more specific information regarding residency requirements. Next, we'll cover voters' pamphlet filing. For the local voters' pamphlet, all candidates may submit a statement and photo. Additionally, candidates may submit a new statement and photo if they move on to the general election. The deadline to submit your statement and photo for the primary election is May 27th. For the general election, the filing period will begin on July 18th and will be open until August 5th. Please note, all materials must be received by 4:30 on the day of the deadline. No late submissions will be accepted. Your voter's pamphlet photo should be a high-quality self-portrait of your head and shoulders. A light-colored background is recommended. The photo should also be no more than 5 years old. Hats, clothing, or insignia that suggest public office are not permitted. Your voter's pamphlet statement should be about you. There are word limits which vary with the size of the jurisdiction. Word limit information can be found on the offices subject to election. Statements should be formatted as an essay with text written in paragraphs. Tables, lists, and bullet points are not permitted. Please only use italics to emphasize. Bold, underline, and all caps are also not permitted. Any prohibited formatting will be changed to italics. For more information on formatting, please go to page 19 of the candidate manual. Before submitting your voter's pamphlet statement, please proofread it carefully. Have your friends and family also look over it. Statements will be printed exactly as submitted, and changes are not accepted after the deadline. Our staff does not proofread any statement for spelling, punctuation, or syntax. Next up, we'll be covering campaign contributions. For any questions regarding campaign finance matters, please contact the Washington State Public Disclosure Commission. Candidates do not need to send copies of their financial forms to the elections office. Ballot order. Candidates on the primary election ballot appear in a random order determined by a lot draw. The two candidates receiving the most votes move on to the general election. The candidate that received the most votes is listed first. If the race did not appear on the primary election ballot, then the candidates will appear in a random lot draw order on the general election ballot. Voter statistics and data. Candidates can request voter data information, such as a walking list for door-to-door campaigning, or voter history. This data may only be used for political purposes, and there is no charge for requests fulfilled electronically. The voter request form is available on the King County Elections website. During an election, a list of voters that have returned their ballot is available daily. This file can be matched up to a voter data request. Candidates and campaigns can also request a list of voters whose signature has been challenged on their ballot. Voters are able to clear up this challenge before the election is certified. Next up, we'll be talking about voter registration. Candidates may hold a voter registration drive. There are tips on how to successfully host a drive on page 27 of the candidate manual. Please note, all collected voter registration forms must be submitted within 5 business days. Campaign signs. King County Elections has no role in the regulation of campaign signs. Signs that are placed within city or town limits must follow municipal rules, whereas signs placed within unincorporated King County must follow the Department of Transportation rules. Observing elections. A video tour of King County elections is available online. Live election cams stream online when an election is in progress. Candidates and representatives of political parties have opportunities to attend trainings and observe election activities in person. That concludes our guide on candidate filing. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach us by email at election.services@kingcounty.gov or by phone at 206-296-1565. Thank you.